Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today I'll be continuing my coverage of the new World War II era weapons available within Battlefield 1 with the Fedorov-Degtyarev, or however you pronounce it. We're going to go with that for this video. As previously, I will quickly say that I'm not impressed that these new weapons require a pre-order of the next title, especially for Premium Pass and Ultimate Edition owners. But the hope is that they become available for all players at some point, and this pre-order bonus is just for immediate access. If you have no idea what I'm talking about or how to get these 5 new weapons, I'll link to my video explaining it in the description below. Now back to today, and the vast majority of public opinion is that this new Fedorov is great. I've heard nothing but positivity about it actually, and so my coverage today will explain why I think it's both good and bad. That's the best way I can think to describe it, because I felt like its performance fluctuated, and I feel like a lot of that comes down to one specific factor, which I'll get to a little later. Let's first cover why everybody seems to like it, and why I initially really took to the weapon. Well, obviously this thing has a bipod. By now, we all know what value a bipod holds. It's nice to have that extra stability, especially when most medic weapons can comfortably challenge at range now, and the Fedorov usually gets left behind a little in that regard. You can then couple this with still having good close quarters killing potential, as it is a Fedorov after all. I don't think it's as lethal as many assault weapons up close, and nor should it be, but it is a low effort weapon, fully automatic and simple to use to a decent level of performance, whilst you're still able to heal due to being in the medic class. So this variant is somewhat of an all-rounder when compared with the other two. Good up close with the ability to contest a bit further out and utilise the stability of a bipod. So with those positives in mind, why did my opinion alter over time? Well, the main reason is spread issues. I just felt like it wasn't hitting the target anywhere near consistently enough. It's a Fedorov, and based on the in-game description, likely a low weight / factory variant. This means that, based on other weapons with similar variants, it's losing out big time on the hipfire accuracy front, whilst mainly benefiting on the recoil side of things. Then when compared with the optical, the big point to take note of is that the new Fedorov is less accurate from ADS. This leaves the Fedorov-Degtyarev in a bit of an awkward spot in my opinion, because it isn't as good from the hip as one variant and isn't as good from ADS as the other, and this is on a weapon that already isn't known for its lethal accuracy, so it sits somewhere in between being kind of a little mediocre at both. This then also applies to the bipod from what I can tell. If you're anything like me, you've been conditioned to expect near laser accuracy from a weapon with a bipod, but it's a fallacy on the Fedorov. Sometimes it's great, but other times it just straight up doesn't hit the target. So it feels like a bit of a lottery. Keep in mind, you could just use another medic weapon that will consistently hit at all ranges, while still being at least good at close range. I feel like in order to become a bit of an all-rounder, this Fedorov lacks any real especially strong capability. For example, if your trigger finger is fast enough, I'm almost certain that the vast majority of people could do better with the autoloading extended in most scenarios. It has a fantastic time to kill at close range and can still hit the target somewhat reliably when further out without the need for a bipod. So overall, the Fedorov-Degtyarev is an easy to use weapon, and thus you can't quite get as much out of it as some of the slightly more difficult to use weapons. I know this isn't what most people are saying, but it would be dishonest for me to pretend otherwise. So I think it's fun, but also pretty lacking in several departments in order to achieve just decent versatility. It's a trade-off. If it always landed solid damage consistently, then it would be very good, but too often it feels unreliable to me. So it's both bad and good in my book, depending on how it decides to behave. But this is all just my opinion, and some of you guys may really like it, so let me know in the comments below what you think. Now let's go over to the Board of Awesome for the epic people who allow you to get content from me full-time by supporting the channel on Patreon. They are the main reason you're watching this video right now, so thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, then the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss future videos, then remember to turn on notifications with the bell button, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.